Have you ever thought about where your produce comes from? Most grocery chains receive produce from various local and national farmers. In fact, there are about 3.4 million farmers in the United States today. But of that staggering number, only 45,000 are Black farmers. At the Better Buggy, we are a proud group of Atlanta-based Black-owned farmers, selling produce locally and nationwide. Our easy-to-navigate online platform makes it easy for you to make a one-time purchase or to simplify your life by subscribing to our weekly produce box. Whichever frequency you choose, you can order with confidence, knowing you'll receive 100% organic farm-fresh produce. If you're looking for a thoughtful gift for a loved one that they'd actually find useful, be sure to pop by our online store where you can snag a gift card your recipient can use to order their own produce and t-shirts. Ready to start supporting local Black-owned farms and making healthier food decisions? Visit thebetterbuggy.com now to start shopping.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a brother up in Canada that has been getting death threats and been racially harassed on his job. He went to different managers and they failed to protect him. But you know what? Jobs don't protect Black people. They don't. And chances are the managers look just like the perpetrator that's doing everything. That's why they don't stop him. They don't do anything to stop them. They do the same thing here in the United States. But as you can see, our brothers and sisters up in Canada are going through it too. So he said he don't feel safe at work anymore. So you got to hear how this all unfold. This is CTV, July 10th, 2021. He said there was a noose drawn on his locker. So he works for a sheet metal company up in Canada, this brother. And he said he's been getting death threats, racist death threats on the job. So he took a picture of this with his phone. He said the death threats were written on the bathroom wall and somebody drew a noose on his locker. And this has been going on for a while. He's been going back and forth with managers on this job that would not do a thing to help him. So when the death threats start coming, he started demanding that the managers call the police. And they were reluctant to call the police. Finally, the police was called. See, he should have done that himself. I would have did it myself. Fuck the managers. Especially when you see they're not doing anything, screw them. So it gets even troubling, y'all. It gets even troubling. So the company and the managers there failed to protect him. And the police came. He spoke to the police. Shortly after the police interaction he had to report what was going on the job, he got laid off. That was just retaliation. That's what that was. That was retaliation. Very obvious. Not a coincidence. So you got to understand one thing. When we go to work, we go to work. They come to work to play. And many of these folks in this situation. And I bet you the person that's doing this is not even the best worker there. Somebody barely doing sufficient work every day. That's usually always the case. Okay. So he said the company never returned CTV's calls when they inquired about what was going on, despite Williams repeatedly asking managers to intervene. They didn't. So all they did was remove the graffiti that was posted in the bathroom. That's all they did. So it was a month after the police came up to the job and he reported everything going on. He was laid off a month later. So I would say he got a case. He really got a lawyer up. You know, when these managers don't hear you, you know, when you try to tell them about this stuff, a noose found on a job or all that nonsense they do, when they can't hear what you're saying, trust me, they're going to hear your lawyer. They ain't going to have no problem hearing your lawyer. Okay, they gonna hear everything that lawyer says. So a spokesperson for the Houghton Regional Police Service confirmed there was an active investigation into the racist and threatening messages, but that no arrests have been made. I could also confirm for you that the workplace is cooperating with the police in the investigation. All right, so this is what they told CTV News out of Canada in an email. Any type of hate will not be tolerated. But obviously, you did tolerate it because you didn't stop the person that was doing. Trust me, these bosses know who's doing this. They know. The ones that look just like the perpetrator, they know what's going on. All right, y'all. So, Williams had been a sheet metal mechanic for 3.5 years. That's how long he worked at this company. And he said there were racist incidents and he saw other things that occurred. And what would happen is, he said he would see workers and they would leave the machines unsafe, especially if they knew a black person was going to work on the machine. They would purposely leave the machine unsafe. And he said he didn't dwell on that. He just did what he needed to do. And the managers did admit that he did all of his work. He was a hard worker and he always finished everything on time. Mm-mm-mm. And how do you let someone mess up the employment of somebody that worked hard for you? And I see, this is what I'm saying about a lot of these Americans. That's why nobody's coming out of their house to work for you, because y'all don't respect the people that work for you. And over time, you start talking to them like garbage. I've seen it. Not good people to work for, but their kingdom is fallen and all that, y'all. So, mm-mm-mm. I feel so bad for him. I really do. So, of course, after he got fired and the police was investigating and everything, the company all of a sudden sent out letters saying that racism will not be tolerated. Well, apparently, when Williams was working there, you tolerated it, you were fine with it. So now they're concerned about racism when they blatantly weren't before. Okay. He said he thought about going directly to the police, but he feared losing his job. And you know what? It shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. You shouldn't be in fear of losing your job, especially if no one at the job is helping you. You got every right to defend yourself or go get the legal advice that you need when this stuff is going on. But he was smart to take the pictures and document everything. That's what you do. Okay, so he said he was targeted, and that was in March, and then he was targeted again on May 12th with racist messages. Kill William the Ape and F BLM. Y'all so silly. All black people are not part of Black Lives Matter. All of us are not, just like all of us are not in the NAACP. I don't understand how that's hard to comprehend. Are all white people in the Klan? Okay, maybe I should put it to you that way. Because I notice every time they write something, they always throw BLM in there. Everybody in the black community is not part of BLM. I mean, I don't know how that's so hard for you to get, but some of y'all, I don't know. I guess it's everything vanilla or chocolate, right? You don't think there's flavors in between. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it don't say anything except for it's still being investigated by the police, and it does not say anything about him getting legal representation, but he really truly needs to do that. He really needs to do that. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.